This video will talk you through using the two-sided template grid sets to add additional personalised pages to your Supercore printable books. There are several different ways that you can personalise your book. We recommend going through our personalisation checklists with the AAC user and the people who support them to identify the additional vocabulary you may need. There are blank cells throughout all of the books that can be edited. This is best done before you first print and assemble your communication book. This helps ensure that most of the key areas are personalised before you start using the book for the first time. You can edit cells directly within the grid set. There is lots of editing guidance on how to add and amend cells, symbols, text, and styles on the Smartbox Hub. If you are planning to print a one-sided book, it's fairly straightforward to add in your own additional pages by creating new jumps, and this won't affect how the book prints. Ongoing personalisation is important, so you may want to reprint or add additional pages to your book over time. If you want to add extra pages within a two-sided book, we recommend that you use our template grid sets and follow the guidance in this video. For two-sided printing to work correctly in this book, there is a specific process to follow so that you get the correct type and number of pages sent to the printer in order for the pages to print back to back in the right way. Here's how to personalise and print an extra page for your two-sided book. First, add the appropriate grid set to your Grid Explorer. You can find this in the Add Grid Set menu. Under the new category Printables, and you'll then find it as an alternative grid set for either the two-sided Supercore book or the two-sided Supercore Learning book. Open up your template grid set. On the home screen, you can see that there are already several templates set up for you. Pages like People and Places already have a blank page for you to personalise within the main book. But if you need extra space to add more people and places, you can use these templates too. The other templates are for adding pages like daily and play activities, and topics pages. Daily and play activities are best for modelling alongside an activity where you will likely need a mixture of word types, verbs or action words, describing words, and nouns or object words. Topics are great for adding lots of nouns within the same category in one place. For example, objects to do with space. You can also print an extra words table. This is where you write down words in the moment that you want to add to the book later. If you want to add extra topics pages to the book, you will need to print an additional home page too, to put your new topics jumps on. Let's look at how to personalise an extra page. Navigate to the template page you want to customise. In this example, I'm going to create a new play page. Now go into Edit Grid via the menu. The main cell types you will need are already colour-coded and set up for you to amend. On the play pages, the same phrases are repeated on each page. These are already set up for you too, but you can amend these if needed. You can amend your words by selecting the cell and then selecting Change Label from the editing toolbar and typing where the cursor appears. You will see that the symbol options now change to reflect this new words. You can choose a symbol from these options, or you can select Find Picture, to search for a symbol, a photo on your computer, or an image from the internet. We recommend sticking mostly to symbols, but photos can be helpful for people and for very specific items, for example, a particular toy or favourite type of biscuit. Fill as many of the cells on the right-hand page as you need to. You can cut or delete any cells that are not needed. If you need more cells of a certain type, use the copy and paste function. Arrange the cells in the most useful way for your user. When you finish personalising all of the word cells on your new page, you will want to personalise the tab and jump cells. The letters and numbers and tab height are already correctly set up for your book, so you just need to add the title of your page, for example, card games, and choose a symbol. Do exactly the same thing for your jump cell. The jump cell is important because you need a way to access this new page. Once the page is printed, you can cut around this jump cell and follow the instructions above, which will tell you where to stick it. Once you've finished personalising your page, it's time to print. Come out of edit mode by selecting Finish Editing and save your changes. Now select Print from the menu. Ensure you have selected a printer which prints in colour and double-sided. In the Pages drop-down menu, select Print Selected Grids. And now select the blue text, One Grid Selected. The page you've just personalised will already be selected. Scroll up to the top of the list and also select the page called Left Page. This is really important to ensure that your new page prints double-sided correctly. Select OK. You now also need to select for the printer to print two-sided and to flip the pages on the short edge. Some printers might also require you to select printing in landscape orientation. I can do this via Configure Printer, but some printer settings might look a little different. Select OK and select Print. Remember that when you print, you always need to select Left Page as the second page and ensure that double-sided printing and flip on the short edge is selected. These are the same print settings that you will have selected when printing your two-sided book initially. You can personalise and print any additional pages in the same way. You can jump back to the home grid via the menu to see the other available templates. You can then cut out your additional pages as per the original printing instructions and insert them into the book where needed. With printed pages, remember to always cut out your jump cell and stick it onto the appropriate page so you have a way of navigating to the new page.